Good morning, everyone. It is especially cold this morning, and no, I didn't make a fire. I'm going to be here by myself for a couple of days, so I don't really have to have a fire. I'll just put more clothes on. And it's sunny outside. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Oh, I think I just found a tick. Sorry, buddy. Let me get that. Yeah. Ew. Huh? Is tick time already again? Say it never stopped. It never really stopped. Huh? Oh, there's more. Yuck. I hold off on putting the stuff on his back, which I do it. I have to take care of him later. He's got a few here. They go out every day, so okay, there's one more that's too easy to not take care of. Ugh. So used to it. Ooh. I got blood on my hands now. Ew. Let's rub it on you. In the winter months, the ticks are nothing compared to the summer months. So the summer months, yeah. Then the rest of the time of the year, I let him digest what poison I did put on him for everyone's better comfort. But then in the winter months, I let him, yes, cure that poison all the way out. Yeah, I think a lot of animals these days are just getting sick. And gosh, I've never heard of cancer in a dog until I had one that had it. Could be because, I don't know, lived in a city for a while. Maybe it wasn't cancer. Who knows? I don't know, but they said it was. Huh? Maybe because of the way they eat these days, right? And all the stuff we put on them. I mean, our dogs get a bath maybe twice a year, huh? In the spring and in the fall, just to kind of get the smell off of them a little bit, and then they accumulate it right away again. Huh? There's no need for more than that unless we get skunked. Then it's the tomato juice, tomato sauce, huh? Which I always have some on hand just in case. Yes, okay. Well, they've already all had their run. Oh, here's another one. Oh, I have to see some of these so that make sure that I get it all out. Well, anyway, so I conserve the wood. Yeah, it's not like there's not plenty now. But I look into the future again. How many generations of people will live here, hopefully, kind of guided by the energy on how this place was built? Yes? So, yeah, I'm not a doomsday person. I don't see me being the last one here or something, or even my children or my grandchildren. I believe that the world will keep turning and going, and we're going to get better at taking care of it. That's what I believe. And there shouldn't be no problem for people still living on earth, doing things good and righteous and proper, taking care of things, taking dominion, yes, being good masters of the principles of creation, having a great relationship with our parental God. For what? Millions and millions and millions of years. Right? Yes? Well, scientifically, with the way things are going, the sun, blah, blah, this and that, I've heard so many things about this kind of stuff. And then somehow, something out in the universe would shift a little bit, already in place, that would take care of some of our boo-boos here, right? It restores. Amazing on how that works, doesn't it? Yes. And certain things could have just happened regardless if we were here or not. And these little backup generators, right, that then the rest of the creation just has some time to regroup, and then the generator can be turned off again. Okay, let's just go there. Let's just say that all could have happened without us being here, right? Yes, I don't know what happened to the dinosaurs. Supposedly they lived. There seems to be enough evidence of that out there. And I wasn't there, neither was anybody else that I know that's ever been considered a humanoid or a human being or whatever, right? Yes? So what happened there? Well, who are you going to blame there? Okay, I'm just saying. Right? Huh? It's kind of hard to believe that the Earth would only exist after humans populated it for so many thousands of years, and then I can't help it. And then that would be kind of it. After it took what, billions of years to establish it in the way that it was, so that then life on Earth became so sustainable that human beings could walk on it. Just saying, okay. Had an interesting. So I'm conserving. Yes, right, Gus? He's right. He's very loving this morning, huh? What is it, huh? Yes, I got you all to myself. As you noticed, the other two are nowhere around. Oh, I see, okay. Had a funny one happening to me this morning. I was sitting in the bed, and I'm making a rag rug for my daughter. And I'm sitting there, and I had just gotten back after feeding the dogs, letting them in and out, had just settled back in, and I'm looking at the basket, and the basket is just out of reach, okay? And I'm sitting there, and I'm going, come to me, come on, come to me, right? Yes? And without me having to, right, kind of having my, my psychic, I can move this closer to me without having to get back up or whatever, or move even. And I'm going, now come on now, spirit world, it's got to work somehow. People say it works. I've never seen it work, but, and spirit world comes back with, well, what do you think you got your legs for? Huh? Or that you can move your body a little bit. That's all you have to do. And then you can reach that basket and pull it towards you just fine, can you not? And I'm sitting there listening, going, what was I just taught here again, right? Which then, of course, I thought, I'm sitting, okay, so I'm going, oh my gosh, again. Under what false kind of ideas do we think we need to accomplish something? Or, if I could do that, man, that would be really something, wouldn't it? Well, I can already do it. Well, by simply just using the limbs that God gave me, or how he created a human being. Yes. Then I thought, wow, interesting. Now we know so many people around the world, right, that we consider, right, that they're born with disabilities, this and that. But when you think about it, truly, on how they excel on working with what was given to them physically is amazing. And they're actually the true artists, or I want to say magician, but that's not the right word. Artists, they're the true successors. They succeed in accomplishing things that me, as someone who's got it all, I can hear, I can see, I got all my limbs, this and that, okay? I want to be able to move the basket without moving, without, just with my I've got that psychic power to move that thing, don't I? Or just I'm making kind of fun of myself while I'm going, that should be nice if I didn't have, right? And Spirit World immediately goes, but you don't need that. And I immediately thought of people who can't hear, on how they learn to read people's lips. Now try that. Oh, look, I know what they're going to say too. Let's see. No, it takes practice. Huh? Of course, when you grow up like that, you become really good at that. You become really good. You heighten your senses and eyesight, being able to figure out in a certain way that a person moves their mouth on what that says, what is being said. That's phenomenal. A person who can't see, who's blind, on how their sense of hearing becomes so acute. Much more so than any person that can hear, or rather see. Amazing. Amazing. That's amazing. On how it is possible to hone your senses, where then you become what? Yeah. Above the rest. That's just how it is. That's how I see it. Above the rest. As I said, we're looking for the amazing things, right? Like moving an object without touching it or whatever. Right? We're looking for these things that, yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't care who says. Even Uri Geller was exposed as a fake, right? Okay, I'm just saying. And, but it exists. It exists in people who have to come up with other ways to do what the rest of us do without even having to think too much about it. I've seen people without any limbs do amazing things. And again, does that just count as practice? Practice. I've seen people use their feet and toes like hands. Their mouth has both hands and feet. That's incredible to me. Absolutely fabulous. People who, yeah, their body is there, but somehow in the brain, neurons aren't quite functioning properly, right? Doesn't mean their spirit's not completely intact. And they find ways through now, amazingly, computers, this and that, on how to communicate and express themselves and do amazing works out there as well. Isn't that something? Huh? There is your powers right there. Huh? Powers. That's what people like to have. Powers, right? Extra powers. Right? Yeah, not realizing you already got all them powers. Then, when for some reason or another there's something amiss, where all these powers that we have don't quite work in the same way, then these people find other ways to greater powers. Isn't that something? Anyway, good lesson from Spirit World, I thought. Me looking at that basket, man, I wish I didn't have to move. If I could just, Spirit World, can't you, you already, what do you need us for? Or why would you need a power like that? You already got that power. Right? Yes? Oh, yeah, but then I had to move. Yeah, but then why was I given limbs to move? Oh, okay. Just saying, right? Okay. That was my experience this morning. Bye, it's never boring here. Okay. Let's get going here. No, I haven't done the barn yet. Still got to get out there and do that. Okay. We are in 1 Chronicles, in a 1 First book of Chronicles 6. Oh, I made that dish yesterday. It was just absolutely delicious. And I have another portion for today. Okay. Let's get going here. Is that going to stay on? All right. I need to go find me some super glue. I know I have some upstairs. My poor book. All right. Let's see here. The line of Levi. 6. Sons of Levi, Gershom, Kohat, and Merari. These are the names of the sons of Gershom. Libni and Shimei, sons of Kohat. Amram, Izhar, Hebron, Uziel, sons of Merari. Mali and Mushi. Yeah, we've heard about it. I remember all these names from before. These are the Levitical clans according to their father. I should wonder what happened to the Levi. Maybe we'll find out a little bit about this. Of Gershom, Libni his son, Chanat his son, Sema his son, Joah his son, Edo, Iddo, Edo, his son. I find it interesting. There's about 3 times now I came across a name. I'm going, sounds just like a Japanese name or a Japanese word. Huh. Interesting. Cool. Sarah, his son. Cheterai, his son. Jeatherai. Sounds like samurai. Okay, all right. Daniela. Sons of Kohat. Aminadab, his son. Korah, his son. Asir, his son. Elkanah, his son. Epiasaph, his son. Asir, his son. Tahat, his son. Uriel, his son. There is a Uriel. All right, probably not that one. Uzziah. Is that his son? I don't know. Shaul, his son. Sons of Elkanah. Amasai and Ahimat. Elkanah, his son. Saphi, his son. Nahat, his son. Eliab, his son. Jeroham, his son. Elkanah, his son. Sons of Elkanah. Samuel, his firstborn. Whoa! So Elkanah was Samuel's. I'm assuming it's the Samuel we all know. The second Abijah. Sons of Merari. Mali, Libni, his son. Shimei, his son. Haggiah, his son. Isaiah, his son. The singers. These are the men whom David nominated to lead the singing in the temple of Yahweh after the ark had come to rest there. Okay, so wait a minute. They were responsible for the singing before the dwelling, the tent of meeting, until Solomon had built the temple of Yahweh in Jerusalem and then continued their customary duties. These were the persons in office with their sons. Now, okay, yeah, it sounds like that they were still from the Levites. Levites. Huh, who knows how one has to say that. We're going with the genes. Well, my Sissy said, no, it's Levi. It's Levites. Okay. Of the sons of Kohat, Heman the singer, son of Joel, son of Samuel. Son of Elkanah, son of Jeroham, son of Eliel, son of Toah, son of Sup, son of Elkanah, son of Mahat, son of Amasai, son of Elkanah, son of Joel, son of Azariah, son of Zephaniah, son of Tahat, son of Asir, son of Ebiasaph, son of Korah, son of Itzhar, son of Kohath, son of Levi, son of Israel. His brother Asaph stood on his right. Asaph, son of Berechiah, son of Shemaiah, son of Michael, son of Michael, I suppose say it right, son of Baasiah, son of Malchijah, son of Ethni, son of Serah, son of Adiah, son of Ethan, son of Simma, son of Shimei, son of Yahat, son of Gershom, son of Levi. I feel like I just read a whole big old mess. I usually can follow it. I can't follow it today. Not this. I can't follow this. On the left, the sons of Merari, Ethan, son of Kishi, son of Abdi, son of Maluch. So they're saying all these names, but there's really only the first one that's in that choir, right? Son of Hashabiah, son of Amaziah, son of Hilkiah, son of Amzi, son of Bani, son of Shemer, son of Mali, son of Mushi, son of Merari, son of Levi. Or would they not? Did they name the singers actually? I'm a little lost here. Sorry guys, it's like a blank. It's a complete, this is the singers is a complete blank to me. I don't know why. I have no idea. I love music, but I love music in small doses. Now, kind of always been that way. Well, when you read a book, you don't want to listen to music, right? So, though I listen to music then too, it's also in small doses. I was never one of those teenagers that had to have something in their ears, or even later on, or to always have music. No, okay. But I found through that I developed myself, okay, of course, according to how I am and what I like in a way, and really beautiful ear, a heart to ear kind of sense when I hear a beautiful piece of music, that the instruments, the voice, the words, the melody, the lyrics, when they all kind of fit together, or if there's, sometimes it's just instrumental, it's beautiful. It touches your heart. The music touches your heart. And one type of music, I guess you could say, I found where that's very true. And it's not just because of the instrument, it's the type of instrument, or what the instrument is made out of. And as far as I know, in Asian countries, often the flutes are made out of bamboo, right? And I've heard some of the most incredible, very simple, nothing complicated to make it more successful or whatever, simple pieces of music, but absolutely beautiful. Yes, yeah. That's just one example. But that's how I find music, and I fall in love with it. Yeah. Okay. So it's interesting to me. Okay, if this is not music, this is just telling me who the musician or the singers were, right? Yes? Interestingly enough, I thought about that this morning as well, on how we use the power of music, and again, how that is affecting us. Yes? Oh, there's a power there. But the thing is, music, either we give our power to the music, or the music gives us power, right? But in what way? In a good way? Is it always in a good way? So even there, in the world of music and musicians, one can develop this power of being able to really discern really good music, music that should touch your heart, ear to heart, heart to ear, vice versa. Yes. Just saying. Again, how do we develop? Okay. What do you want to develop towards? Right? Yes. Having all these powers so that then you don't have to use your physical body anymore. That'd be nice if I had some powers where I could just go swoosh, 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 and everything was dusted. Right? Yes. Oh, it'd be cool, wouldn't it? But do I need it? No, I don't. It's a bit silly to lament over things that don't exist, will never exist. Yes? All right. The other Levites. Their brother Levites were dedicated for all the other duties of the dwelling, the temple of God. But Aaron and his sons burnt the offerings on the altar of burnt offering and on the altar of incense. They were entirely responsible for the most holy things and for the ritual of expiation for Israel, in accordance with all that Moses, servant of God, had commanded. These were the, so now it's like something's opening up here again. These were the sons of Aaron: Eleazar his son, Phinehas his son, Abishua his son, Buki his son, Uzzi his son, Zerahiah his son, Meraiot his son, Amariah his son, Ahitub his son, Sadak his son, Ahimaaz his son. I wonder, and of course I'm not getting this here quite because it doesn't say. We know some of them died of Aaron's sons because they didn't do what they were supposed to do, or wanted to do it different, or, okay, all right. And maybe we'll get a little bit more of this. So I'm going to bring it up anyway, just in case. I'll bring things up and I'll remember them later. So here we go. Here's Aaron, who's, okay, after it all was built, the Ark of the Covenant, and so here is now the Levites. Aaron is a Levite, sounds like, his sons, this, that. And then it goes on down, okay, with more sons of sons of sons of sons. Now, were they all taught and given the exact instructions God gave to Aaron and Moses to take care of all this? Now, did Aaron, yes, and Moses had to teach the sons of Aaron? How did that work? And then the sons of Aaron that didn't die, did they teach their sons and their sons? And did that continue on? Now, if that were to continued on like that, would there been such a big mess with the ark suddenly? And otherwise, with what people were starting to do? Okay, we already know, we heard, well, those priests or those Levites that were supposed to started to do things displeasing to God. Or, let's say it this way. That's one way of saying it. I'd say, stop following the rules. Stop following the rituals. Stop following what they should have kept on going to what? Built that stable foundation for the people to not suddenly fall into idolatry again, right? Yes, okay. So what happened? I don't know. I wasn't there. Just wondering. Towns of the Aaronites. Aaronites? Oh. First name basis towns. Okay. These were their places of settlement within their prescribed territory. The sons of Aaron of the Kohathite clan, for to these the first lot fell. Oh, for to these the first lot fell, were given Hebron in the territory of Judah with its surrounding pasture lands. I thought that the Levites were not supposed to inherit anything like that. We know they did, but here it is again. But it doesn't say anyway. Okay, let's see if it might say something later. But the open country of the town and its dependencies were given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh. That's how they fixed it. Okay. The sons of Aaron were also given the cities of refuge, Hebron, Libnah with its pasture lands, Jatir, Eshtemoa with its pasture lands. Note that they had no time to actually take care of what they should have took care of. That takes up a lot of time to reestablish a people under God's umbrella. Here they were busy with all kinds of other things. I could see how that suddenly, yeah, okay, that's also why God said, no, they're not going to inherit anything. You, the rest of the people, take care of them accordingly. And in turn, they will be of great service to you to make sure that you don't displease me. All right. Ashan with its pasture lands, and Beth Shemesh with its pasture lands. And from the tribe of Benjamin, Geba with its pasture lands. Alamet with its pasture lands, and Anatoth with its pasture lands. And all the towns distributed among their clans numbered 13. Okay, well, again, I don't know. That, as far as I remember, that was not God's direction to the Levites. And I find it interesting that we have the book of Chronicles, where all the lineage, this, that is in it, and they're putting that back in there. Now we're advancing in the Old Testament, and clearly it doesn't state here yet. God said, you see what's going on here? All right. Well, I won't forget. Towns of the other Levites. Oh, see, there you go. The remaining sons of Kohath were allotted 10 towns from the clans of the tribe, that is, from the half-tribe of Manasseh. The sons of Gershom and their clans were allotted 13 towns from the tribe of Issachar, from the tribe of Asher, from the tribe of Naphtali, and from the tribe of Manasseh and Bashan. The sons of Merari and their clans were allotted 12 towns from the tribe of Reuben, from the tribe of Gad, and from the tribe of Zebulun. The Israelites gave these towns with their pasture lands to the Levites. Why? Did the people of Israel not know about the direction that God gave the Levites about all that? Oh. From the tribe of the sons of Judah, from the tribe of the sons of Simeon, and from the tribe of the sons of Benjamin, they also allotted these towns to which they gave their names. Towns from the tribe of Ephraim were also assigned to the territory of some clans of the sons of Kohath. They were given the cities of refuge, Shechem in the highlands of Ephraim with its pasture lands, Gezer and its pasture lands, Jokmeam with its pasture lands, Beth Horon with its pasture lands, Aijalon with its pasture lands, and Gat Rimmon with its pasture lands. And from the half-tribe of Manasseh, Aner with its pasture lands, and Bileam with its pasture lands. So much was given to the remaining families of the sons of Kohath. From the half tribe of Manasseh, the sons of Gershom, according to the family, were given Golan in Bashan with its pasture lands, and Ashtaroth with its pasture lands. Hey. From the tribe of Issachar, Kadesh with its pasture lands, Dabarat with its pasture lands, Ramat with its pasture lands, and Onem with its pasture lands. From the tribe of Asher, okay, you know what? What do all these towns and the pasture lands have to do with the lineage? I tell you, I don't think I'm wrong. That inheritance was established early on among the Levites, even though God said they wouldn't inherit anything. And interestingly enough, it nowhere says God allotted them. God said, but we already know from the few that we read before here in Chronicles, when God is needed and one has, yep, he's in there. Oh, that just caught you guys. Yeah. Crafty, crafty, crafty. When one has to be crafty around God or around God's word, one should already know it's probably not the right way to go, huh? Okay, from the tribe of Asher, Mashal with its pasture lands, Abdon with its pasture lands, Hukok with its pasture lands, and Rehob with its pasture lands. From the tribe of Naphtali, Kadesh in Galilee with its pasture lands, Haman with its pasture lands, and Kiriataim with its pasture lands. To the remainder of the sons of Merari, from the tribe of Zebulun, Rimmon with its pasture lands, and Tabor with its pasture lands, in Transjordan near Jericho, east of the Jordan, from the tribe of Reuben, Bezer in the desert with its pasture lands, Yassah with its pasture lands, Kedemot with its pasture lands, and Mepat with its pasture lands. From the tribe of Gad, Ramoth in Gilead with its pasture lands, Mahanaim with its pasture lands, Heshbon with its pasture lands, and Jazer with its pasture lands. Okay. Whew. My mouth's dry now. Alrighty then. What was that? The line of Levi. It's interesting too on the line of Levi, on how that is all written down. Yes? Don't you think? We didn't hear any of that in any of the other ones. Okay, all right. Then yellow. I know, right? Did anything escape me? Not really when it comes to God's reputation, and we've got to fix that, or rather reestablish that, or rather, yeah. So, I got to get to the barn. I'm going to let the horses out today. They were out yesterday. Sunny. Very icy out there. The ground is as hard as a rock right now. I've got my peas in. I've got my broccoli in. We'll see how it does out there. I find it interesting on how the seeds won't sprout until it's almost, is it safe yet? Yeah. The ground is hard out there right now. And so even if peas and the broccoli come up and it frosts, it's a cold crop, so they can handle certain temperatures. Amazingly enough, my cilantro made it all through the winter. Yep, and it's growing again out there. I planted some more as well. Yes, okay. And it'll be time soon for more. So they get to go out today. Again, they get out almost every day. Only when it's really icy out there and I have to worry about them maybe slipping and, or just standing in the snow and getting their hoofs all iced up, and there's no need for that. So a day here and there in the barn is good for our old timer who doesn't want to stay in the barn by himself, but he needs to rest too sometimes. So sometimes they stay in, but it's rare. Oh yeah, I know who that is. We have a birthday in the family today, and I already called and left a message, so I know that's him calling back. But that reminds me, though, of something. See, I waited again. So the last few days, there has been zero phone calls from scammers, solicitors, or I don't know what, political stuff, since I started what? Pray with me. Which, of course, is kind of sad that I can't witness to them, right? And I want to do that with a certain type of foundation, which let's pray first. I also know that, which again, it's kind of sad, but it is what it is, right? People can't sleep or have insomnia or whatever. I tell them, just start reading the Bible. So I guarantee you that if you have insomnia, maybe you'll last for 5 to 10 pages and you will fall with that book in your hands asleep. And anyone else has a hard time falling asleep at night, just take the Bible into your hand, start reading, and you'll fall asleep. Oh, what kind of power is that? Not necessarily such a great one. But I found that the power of love is true. If you surround someone with love, even if they're the most negative, whatever, can't change, or just, the power of love will rehabilitate them, restore them. And it's amazing on how that works. For example, with the phone calls, right? What if everyone were to start doing that? Just think. If the people who make the calls, the organizations that want your money, and they're so seedy out there now when it comes to all that, then, or want to scam you, this and that, can't talk to you anymore unless they pray with you. Huh? Then what happens? Oh, it just starts to disappear, doesn't it? Then suddenly people will have to do that, will have to readjust do what? They have to find what? A better way to get or do what they want, right? Maybe get to do what they need to do. Yes, it's an odd one, isn't it? But I think it will work. If we believe as Christians, or anyone out there, that, or if your religious belief tells you so, that we are created in the image of God, then in everyone there is that part in a person. Well, then how to reach that part? You're not going to sprout or reawaken that part in a person's body, in a person's heart to mind, with violence, force, coercion, manipulation. Yes, it's not going to happen. But love will do that. Right? Yes? Sometimes I think the resentment of people, their ways of how they do stuff out there that are so horrific, horrible to other human beings, and war is one of them. The resentment that people like that carry around with them has also its origin. And I found that to find that the cause of the effect, okay, oftentimes then opens a door where you can start to communicate in a different way with the afflicted situation. Some practices that we have out there, for example, abortion, which I think is absolutely horrific. It's terrible. The abuse of children, especially in the realm of love. Many more different things. Addictions, certain addictions, this. It's a how to really truly follow. Huh? If you're a Christian, Jesus' words. Rather than, which I've also seen, reinforce. Oh, that was a good, even with Jesus. Well, Jesus also said, okay, that it was okay. We've had this conversation before, and I think that's misrepresenting Jesus as well. It's a difficult one that I'm working on as well, trying to just figure out how does one surround someone with love who has so much anger and resentment, so disillusioned that and may have been bullied big time, not been cared for as a child, or certain things weren't addressed when. Okay, all right, just say. How to surround that person with love. Huh? In the right way. I think it's something that everyone has to work on. Right? I've got peace and quiet in my house now. Phone's not always ringing, and I'm going, oh, dear me. Yes. Oh, it's not because I don't want to give. Because every one of them that I go and check out, it's, you're doing what? What are you telling people? But what are you actually doing? So I have a simple request. Done. Didn't even get to the part, right? We want money from you. That's the main thing I'm calling. Okay? I said, let's pray first and let's see if I want to give you some money. Didn't even get to that part. I just said, let's pray. Oftentimes, there's not even a word that comes back. Or hadn't been. Click. What if we were to all do that? Suddenly then, they'd have to listen. If they like it or not, if they want their money, right? And of course, as soon as you're surrounded by God's words, prayers, this and that, what's going to start blooming within them? You don't think God has that power? When we make it possible in that way? That's unity right there. Okay, all right. Well, that's all I have to share this morning. Jake's going, I bothered you for, I don't know, I need to go out. That's probably what he needs to do. So I'm going to let him out. God's love and blessings always. May he protect you. Ooh, all the powers we have. We don't need any extras. We got plenty of them to work with and get better at and figure out all the powers we have. We have never really explored to completion. My, I got to live another 100 years or something. God's love and blessings always. May he protect you. And I will talk to y'all another time.